Among Us, a murder mystery indie game released in 2018. In my opinion, it's pretty freaking good. But that's just me. So I'll be trying my best to give an unbiased review, though my opinion on this game is going to shine through. For a bit of context, this game is, as I said, a murder mystery with typically one imposter, which in most other murder mystery games would be known as the murderer. Occasionally one quote-unquote jester, depending on the settings. Someone who tries their hardest to get killed/voted out. And plenty of defenseless crewmates. As with most murder mystery type games, it's the imposter's job to kill everybody. And it is the crewmate's job to vote out the imposter.
No, you were not near me, my boy.
Yeah, I was. I saw you.
I was! I watched you,
Along with that, the crewmates must go around completing tasks, which can range from saving the entire ship from a reactor meltdown to so much as taking out the trash. In order to explain the mechanics of this game, I'll be showcasing a round where I'm the imposter. I'll frequently pause it to commentate and explain what's going on for your own viewer understanding. But before we do that, let's get into an actual intro.
Nah, he can't be it. He would've killed me.
Well, I thought that Waffle was the imposter because he could kill me at medbay.
I'm the f***ing killer. I'm the f***ing killer, boys. This is gonna be so easy, bro. Watch me get these fat...
What?
Yes.
I was at medbay.
I was
literally
going down
mid-scan.
to O2. The garden place. Dan?
What's up, Dan? Dan?
Huh?
Why the f*** you
My
start
friends, I'm just... Okay,
I was literally going to
let me-
medbay.
No, let me explain something to you people. I'm just doing this to show you how annoying it is.
Wow.
off.
Do what?
Off, Dan. Oh my god.
Wait, you're doing med scan, right?
I was in
This is
med-scan,
like-
I was halfway through it.
Okay, I'm gonna watch you do it. Bro dies.
That would have been great!
Like I mentioned earlier in the video, crewmates have to do tasks. However, the imposter doesn't. As you'll see in the top left or so, it'll say fake tasks. You see, it's a pretty common strategy in this game for the imposter to fake doing a task and then hoping and praying no one pays attention to the taskbar at the top of the screen. This is the vent system. Only imposters can use it, which is why you often give someone a heart attack if you pop out of the vent in front of them. While inside, you vanish off any scanners, aka the admin map, and you can't progress on any of your cooldowns. It's perfect for a quick murder and an even quicker getaway.
The game plan is I'm gonna pretend like I'm fixing it. Or I am gonna fix it. They're not gonna fucking suspect me. Cause when I'm traitor, they know I never fix my sabotages. Yup.
crewmates and cunning imposters are able to report bodies when found and call meetings using the big red button in the cafeteria, though each member can only call one emergency meeting. During meetings, you're meant to unmute, wrongfully accuse people of heinous crimes, and then execute them under the guise of democracy.
Awful, and they were fine.
This
Yeah.
was an electrical.
I came out of the reactor and I was on my way to do
I saw
wiring and
Sweeney and
electrical.
I finished wiring. Sweeney was above me. Waffle was below me, and I followed Waffle. Sweeney, I assume, went back up.
Yeah, I was going to electrical to do wiring.
He was. Sweeney and Waffle are okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Ghost noises.
Sid, where were you?
Again, I found this in electrical. I was at admin doing the wires and the uploading, and then I went down.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
then
no, I watched, like, I saw, like, the skim of him, like, his little toe come right through the door. I saw him round the corner while we were walking together, bro. So,
I just saw Sweeney and Waffle.
he definitely didn't stay or come out of the room. He went inside with us.
Yeah, I was doing wiring already. Wait. I finished all 3 of my wiring.
Sweeney,
That
why are you
means
so silent?
Huh?
Why is Sweeney so silent?
Sweeney
I let you talk because
Sweeney, what was your last task?
my last task I did the wiring and I wanted to go down.
Why do all
the
3 of us
ground.
have wiring?
It's a common task.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's like, shouldn't, like, if one person does fully complete the rest, it's fine?
No.
That's not how it works.
But yeah, I saw Sweeney. He was in the upper generator room, like, from the direction he was coming from. And when the lights went out, I went past Waffle and Sweeney. They could have killed me, but they didn't. Only person I didn't pass by was Sid.
Yeah, I went to go fix the lights.
I went to do wiring. I saw Sweeney and Waffle are fine.
So,
We all
Dan was near the vent, so I don't know. Someone could have just used the vent.
Waffle,
Did
the
one of them
vent and electricals on
hear
top left of the room. Waffle, you said you saw his toe through the line of sight thing?
No, but I said I saw it go through the door, not through the vent.
Ah.
Cause I saw him like I saw
One
just
second.
a small little tiny pixel of color before it went into the shadows. Cause we were going down there. I had a line of sight. You
I'll
didn't
do
because
my
I was
last
further ahead.
wiring task.
I
You
finished
guys can
mine.
watch me do trash. Come with me.
Okay, me and Waffle. Well, I want to go with Sid.
Abrar, did you vote yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll go with Sid.
One last thing, Waffle acted suspicious.
What?
The imposter is also able to sabotage systems, whether it be locking someone in a room via closing the door, or sabotaging an imperative system like oxygen, the reactor, or even the lights. Both the oxygen and reactor will result in a victory if not fixed in time, and the lights make it so nobody but the imposter can see very far. It can get you out of sticky situations and thrust others into an inescapable death trap.
Definitely wasn't Sid.
Yes.
I went into admin to go look at the map.
It's
Sid was with
Waffle. It's Waffle. I believe.
Sweeney. Passed me and Sid on the hallway and could have stabbed us. Waffle, I actually don't know where he was. Sid was
I
with me,
went
then
to
he
go
went
do
to
the
the left.
oxygen because the oxygen went out, and then I got separated from you guys. So I went to admin room to
Yeah,
see
you
if
said
I
went
could
to
find you on the
oxygen.
map. I did the bottom keypad.
Wait, Sweeney, who are you voting for?
I'm voting for Waffle because he acted suspicious first, and I saw him the last time.
Waffle, who? What are you? Are you skipping a vote or?
I'm voting Sweeney because he was dead silent the entire time, and he's not this calm when he accuses
It's
people.
not a reason. It's not a reason.
I mean, it is because it's not how you
Oh
fucking
my
act.
god.
You're not this calm when you
I was with
accuse
Sid
people.
this whole time.
Bro, you
Die.
said do the oxygen, then I went down.
I was
went
with
to
Sid with
left.
the oxygen and the plain oxygen room. And no
You
one
guys
was
were
there.
doing the garbage, right? And
Yes,
then I had to
saw,
go
physically saw
because
Sid
the
shoot out the
oxygen.
garbage, like the animation played.
Okay, then Sid was Well, of course Sid's innocent. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. I could have stabbed, if I were the imposter, I could have stabbed him.
I went to go do the oxygen, and then when I came back to check on you guys, you were gone. So I went to the admin room to go check
I went to
up on
download
the
weapons.
map.
I had to go download and upload weapons, so I was downloading.
Okay.
I had a task in storage, so I did that, and then I went up to the admin room, like I said. Because I wanted to check the map and see where you and Sid went.
With most of the mechanics explained, let's get straight into what makes this game so long. We've already gone over the mechanics, but what makes those mechanics so fun? The tasks themselves do a good job at not being boring. I mean, I wouldn't say they're fun, but at least they're not a complete drag whenever you're playing crewmate. As the imposter, it's not difficult to have fun. I mean, just the idea of being the one different special player in any murder mystery game is invigorating. Not to mention the physical act of being able to do something you're typically restricted from. I mean, call me Ted Bundy, but I'm saying mass murder is fun. As for crewmates, most of the fun relies on the occasional chase, the rush you get after witnessing a murder and knowing you might be next, and the physical act of slamming the facts down on the meeting table and sending the imposter barreling into the void of space. The game also doubles as a suspenseful horror. In and of itself, Among Us isn't very blood-curdling or horrifying, but the suspense of being all alone in nothing but silence, knowing there's someone out there hunting you, knowing that you don't know anything. There could be a body in the other room, and you wouldn't know. Not to mention, nothing beats having such an intense feeling of dread and running over to the emergency meeting button, slamming it, and discovering that your feeling was right. Somebody was killed. All in all, most of the fun of being a crewmate relies on playing the detective, which isn't a role in the game. Whether that be camping it out in the security room, hoping to maybe catch a murder on camera, or paying attention to the little teleporting blip on the admin map and figuring it out from there.
You murder?
No. Yes. 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 Yes.
You the imposter?
Yes. 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 And then there's some of these amazing moments the game produces. Unfortunately, I couldn't catch it on camera since it was my first day playing and I didn't even think I'd be making this review, but there was this hilarious thing that happened between Sid and I on one of my first couple rounds in this game. So, I was just going to do tasks, as any crewmate would. So, then I rounded the corner and I watched him slaughter somebody. And then he turned and we kinda just looked at each other. Now, before I say what I'm about to say, I feel like I should mention to you guys once again that this was one of my first times playing. I panicked and I made the wrong call, but that's okay. So, I immediately turned around and booked it for the cafeteria. And that's when Sid, thinking fast on his feet, decided to quickly report the own body he killed and bring everyone together. That was a mistake. Okay guys, so I just saw Waffle pop out of a vent and I was laughing so hard, like literally crying as I screamed into the mic. Sid kept trying to argue and pin the blame on me, but he'd always get cut off by my screams. Everyone else could tell my reaction was just so genuine. When I gave my side of the story, Sid tried to argue and I just yelled through the laughter. Guys, no, you don't understand. Waffle killed him, not me. It was Waffle. On literally what grounds? None. He's got my vote. He's literally no evidence, but I'm not gonna lie, he makes a convincing case. Waffle, what's your defense, dude? Dude, shut the up! With everyone bursting into laughter, save for Sid of course, it was a unanimous vote to kick him off the ship. To this day, I still think it was one of the fastest crewmate victories we've ever had. Such mechanics and such ways to play, it all led up to that moment, and plenty of other hilarious ones like it. Really, look up any clip of Among Us. I guarantee one of the first ones you'll see are gonna have you rolling. Or at least, they would if you were there to experience it. So, we're nearing the end of the gameplay category. All in all, I rate the gameplay 7 out of 10. Now, this section is going to be quick since I just wanted to throw it in as I, an artist myself, really come to appreciate stuff like this, especially in 2D games like Among Us. This section will just be, focusing on the in-game art rather than the 2 or 3 drawings used to show off the product on the Steam page, which are still pretty neat and actually significantly better than the in-game art. Among Us has simple yet lovable character designs, which is ever so prominent in modern day games, such as Fall Guys, for example, with basic shading and highlights, mostly flat colors, and memorable customization options. The backgrounds are admittedly more detailed than the sprites themselves, but the animations are smooth and fairly unique, as well as kind of over-exaggerated, which is actually one of the #1 rules of animation. So props to these guys, the company behind Among Us, because they definitely have experience in the world of animation. So all in all, I'm absolutely in love with how this game looks. But I may be biased on that, as even before I started going into art, I always loved and strived for that thick outline, simple cartoony style. No matter how easy it may be to draw or how low effort it is to animate it compared to more intricate styles, it's still charming and lovable. And I can see why such a style may be common in the art world. So, to wrap it all up, it's not like this game was drawn by Leonardo da freaking Vinci. But hell, this art still gets an objective 10 out of 10 from me. I just want you guys to know that I wrote the script and therefore this category a solid month ago. Game was still picking up mad traction, but nowhere near the level it is today. And that's not to say that's a bad thing. I mean, plenty of people should be playing this amazing game, but just bear in mind that while it hasn't changed too much from the analysis I'm about to give you, things may be subject to change. I'm not gonna lie, I've never really played with anybody outside my friend group. That's why when I was writing this section out in the script, I had to quickly boot up the Steam community tab and scroll through posts. In all honesty, I genuinely didn't want to. I didn't feel like doing the research on this one, and I considered removing this section entirely to save myself some work. That was until I saw all these text and image posts, and I've gotta say, I scrolled through the community tab for longer than I care to admit. Overall, the community is pretty chill, not to mention funny as hell. The amount of memes I saw on there were great, whether they pertain to gameplay or just used the Among Us characters. And of course, like every community, there were a few talented guys. You'd never expect a game like Among Us to have top tier fan art like what I'm showing you all right now. I had a great time scrolling, as it was mostly just people being, well, they were being people. They were genuine, chill, and cool to hang with. And there were plenty of helpful guides too. Despite having 5 hours on the game, I learned quite a bit of new stuff. Not really on how to act better or make better deductions, but just general trivia on the game. If you look at the clips I've got running in the background, you'll see I always click the big buttons on the bottom, whether I'm an imposter or a crewmate. Turns out, this game has keybinds. When it comes to video games, communities this size, 70,000 or so, especially on such games where there's such thing as well-known regulars, I'd say the community is the perfect size. From my experience, it just leads to more chill and down-to-earth people. So how do I rate this community? 10 out of 10. This section will consist mostly of stuff too small or one-off to dedicate a whole section to. First off, there's how long the game lasts, which is about 10 minutes per your average 5-player game. Perfect for a quick session or a non-stop back-to-back murder montage. Not too long, not too short. You'll be engaged the whole way through. Next up on the list is sound design. Due to the eerie, silent nature of the game, there isn't much music, save for that iconic violin riff when you get caught by the imposter. It's pretty decent. Not much to write home about, but when it comes to the sounds used during tasks, it's alright. Recognizable, definitely, but not exactly the best. And then there's the game's price, $5. If I'm being completely and totally honest here, I'm shocked it didn't cost more. If I were you, I'd pick up this game ASAP, and maybe snag a copy for a friend or two like I did. Some of the most worthwhile $10 I've spent on Steam, if I'm being 100% real with you. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I bought this game because I was peer pressured into it. And boy, am I gonna let myself get peer pressured more. Despite how this game ends friendships in a fashion similar to that of Mario Kart, I'd recommend it 10 times over to anyone with extra cash. In fact, it's not even a game where you think, I'll buy it if I have a bit of extra money. This is the type of game that causes you to have that extra leftover money. The one you go out of your way to buy. What I'm saying is, if you have the cash, get it. Right here, right now. Click off the video and go buy the game. I promise you, I will not be mad that you gave me less watch time. And you know what? Tell your friends to grab it too. And I just wanted to mention this real quick. as of the day of writing the script, Among Us 2 has been announced. Now, the devs, who actually also created the Henry Stickmin games to my surprise, seem like genuine, chill people. A mirror of the community they've gathered. They deliver community posts and progress reports frequently to the Steam community tab, and judging off not only Among Us 1, but what they've promised for Among Us 2, which I'm certain they'll be able to act on, unlike some other indie dev. Come chalice. I can assure not only myself, but my fellow in-game peers and the viewers of this video that however much it may cost, the PC version will definitely be more than $5, Among Us 2 will be worth the price. 10 out of 10, homie. This shit slaps.